first and foremost, how have you taken to life as a professional?
You know, it's so much fun, especially. I think what I want most, I'm chasing the feeling of winning. Standing there in the ring, lifting your arms with the ref. It's difficult to describe. It's a blissful sensation. Other than that, it's just basically training, and I've been an athlete since I was a child. I mean, I did athletics, shot put, discus. Going into high school, stopped that. Then I started with rugby, and then just after the rugby last year ended, I started with boxing. So it's not much different than the lifestyle I already lived. I'm just not a student anymore. So yeah, it's just training. It's different types of training. It's a lot harder sparring. Getting punched, having to punch. It's working. Requires a lot of grit to do that as a boxer. It's different in other sports where you have a lot of time to rest, where you can rely on your friends in like rugby. So yeah, but other than that, it's amazing. I love it. Love the idea of going forward.
Your last fight lost under about 30 seconds. Were you surprised with that?
I don't want to say something like, no, I'm not surprised. I was extremely surprised when you were there. You saw me. I broke down. But that was stress. I can't explain to you the amount of pressure I put on myself, which is a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. But I just put so much pressure on myself that I had to do it. I had to win, and I just did what I did. What I had to do. I did my job. I punched as hard as I could, and luckily, he said, I don't know, I think he said he didn't want to fight because he threw in the towel, or his coaches. But I'm glad, and I'm actually glad they stopped the fight early, because you never want to see someone get hurt very badly.
What's it been like working with Alan?
Incredible. He's such a knowledgeable coach. We've got close to 100 years. His father started boxing in his great-grandfather started boxing in South Africa in 1909. So, that's more than 100 years of his family boxing in South Africa. And you can feel the pressure when you stand in the gym, training all these pictures, Vic to wheel, Willie to wheel, everyone looking down at you, or some of his more recent, some of the guys Alan coached. He's a very good coach, as good as a coach as I had in any sports, probably the best. He's a lot knowledgeable. You need to listen to him. What he says makes sense, and he's always he's always encouraging. He's always encouraging you to do more, to do better, to go harder, to go longer. And it means a lot to me as an athlete, because that means a coach cares about you as an athlete. He's there. He's willing to do the work as long as you are.
Perfect. What do you think about the state of South African boxing in the heavyweight division?
In the heavyweight division, as far as I know, we have something about like 12 or 13 heavyweights. If I'm not sure. I saw on BoxRec we have 11, but I know Justice is not rated because he was inactive for a while. So I think we have 12 or 13, which is not as much as you want, because you need competition. I know in the amateurs there wasn't a lot of competition. Some guys from certain provinces just came there and they were fighting in the SA championships because they were the only heavyweights. So I would love to see more time and effort, not just money, because I know they threw a lot of money at the amateur boxing, but that's not what you need. You need people willing to develop the sport. Start at the schools. You need to start at the bottom, build a foundation, work up. That's what I would like to see. And what I think about this, it's sad because we don't have a lot of heavyweights. We have so many guys we have to fight from Malawi and Congo, which is not it's not a bad thing, but it would be nice to start locally and then work your way out to the world.
I agree with that one. You're fighting Wikus Ludeke. What are your thoughts about him, or about the fight itself?
About the fight itself, I just need to calm down. I always try to prepare myself mentally. I tell myself I should be calm like Foreman. If you've seen Foreman's fights, he was very calm. He would walk forward casually. He would pick his punches. He wouldn't rush in, and then when he has it, the guy, he will take him down. I'm trying to take that mindset into the fights, and along with my very aggressive, overly dominating the guy. So I want to make it like of a hybrid type situation, but I need to calm down and box more. Just so that people can see I do have boxing skills. It's not just that I'm a big puncher.
Do you know anything about Wikus?
I just know he's from Middelburg or Vitraan.
Middelburg,
Middelburg, yes, sorry. I just know he's from there. And then, interestingly enough, my girlfriend actually knows him from school. So yeah, that's actually, I remember when he went pro, as just before I started boxing. So yeah, this is about as much as I know of him.
He's never won a fight. I'm sure you've seen his record. He's been stopped all 3 times. Do you think that adds extra pressure on you, considering the other heavyweight competition in the country?
No, absolutely not. You know, you don't think about the guy's previous fights or the coming fights. It would be stupid to, you don't plant a seed before you plow the ground. So I would fight my fights because I'm fighting him. He's not the previous guys. No pressure on me. It's the same amount I would put myself normally.
If you had to describe your style of boxing, what would you describe that as?
Orthodox, following behind my power, jabs, working behind the jabs. I don't think there's a different style. Wild, you could even say. I think the best word, it might come off a little strange, but be bloodthirsty. You know, if I see an opening, I will take it, and I will punish you for any mistake you make. Wikus, sterk vir die fight. Ek hoop jy het goed voorberei net soos ek. Ek sien regtig uit daarna. Wikus, I wish you the best of luck in the fights. I hope you prepared as well as I have.